the cinematography in this was just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, one of my favorite things was the overhead shots that they did to get to see all of like the forest and all of that. I think it was really, really cool. The story behind this film is just absolutely beautiful. I loved the interviews and getting to see what they did and what they created and the story of kind of their family, how they ended up getting involved in managing, and not just managing, but creating a lot of trails and creating the maintenance on them. Yeah, I think that this was really, really well done. I think the filmmakers were very clever in the way that they incorporated a lot of the older footage into it.
The visuals are absolutely amazing, and the stories of everyone who has lived on the land and their experiences, along with a really creative approach to the music and the animation and the editing, really makes it come alive, and we can feel the appreciation for the land coming through the documentary screen.
The cinematography of this video is very beautiful. It includes beautiful landscape and nature shots, as well as behind the scenes type footage of this family clearing trails, performing trail maintenance, as well as old photos and film clips of a young couple and the young family. These old photos and clips really provide a tone of nostalgia, but also reminds the audience that this trail building life project of this family is very intentional and rooted in nature, but also rooted in conservation. The storytelling of this short is very intentional and successful in recognizing themes such as nature acting as a healer. We see this when we learn about the chapter of the son's life in which he struggles with addiction and then returns to nature and trail building with his family to help heal himself, as well as kind of the theme of the generational impacts of conservation, nature conservation. Um, I think it was very interesting for the audience to see the blend of science and art, and understand that um, although these are very often legit construction projects and lots of manual labor, that trail building is very intentional for future generations.
Love that you set this up by giving us the backstory of this family and how this trail maintenance came about for them, how they made $1 an hour in the beginning, but they just had a great time doing it, and doing it together, I think is great. I wrote down a few quotes like painting brushstrokes across the land, blend of science and art. We need each other. I love all those. There's a lot of words of wisdom in here. Really nice photos at the end. Nice past footage and photos as well. Again, I love knowing their story, so thank you for setting that up in the beginning. It made me care more about the rest of it. I wrote down connections with people, mental health, just a lot I took away from this. And some more quotes were humbled in the presence of something bigger than you. Nature is such a powerful healer. I think it's true when you live in the city, you forget how much you need to get out in nature, like out in the middle of nowhere. I love that the son took his chance to go and feel out what he really, his true interests, and find his own respect for the nature and the paths and trails and everything. I love the shots of the trails and the paths because I just love trails. And I love that they said that it's not just going from point A to point B, it's the experience along the way. Just so many great things taken from this. Love the music. And I love that they said they use the memories to inform their lives, and they're motivated to make sure that future generations can also get to these places and enjoy it like they did.
Very powerful film. I think the film not only talks about building trails in the wilderness and trails and bridges as well, but also talks about a family that decides to leave everything behind to approach this unusual life, and also they managed to survive a lot of difficult moments, like, for example, before everything started, the cancer, the the, the father managed to beat before moving to to the cabin and starting this life. I think there is a lot of meaning behind every trail we see, especially in the wild. And this film was very well done and very touching.
It's like you look at a family album. It's very intimate. It's really personal, but at the same time, it just shows how the subjects get to live together, get to do something together in a land that they share. And I feel like this short is kind of fun to watch as like a recreational watching with your family. It's kind of give out the sense of like family, like the bonding, they share activities, and at the same time like how their activities affecting on the natural land there. So this one is well produced, it's well short with the footages, and also with the interviews. It give us like why this story is important to hear.